Dear all, welcome to my channel.
Good evening, everyone. Again, I'm coming in front of you with a new topic. Not a new topic, it's a series topic, which is last few days before I given that vendor leads a business or a customer, how it is and why it is to be. Normally, should be the customer or businessman should be lead in the business, but why the customers leading and why the creditors outstanding is getting more high and high, and customers is not in time, and it is weight is less than creditors. So all these problems we have discussed and why it is happened, so many points I told. Today exactly opposite, I'm just going to plan that how it is to be proper solution we have to do, so that the customer will be more prior, his money should be coming in time, and his value always should be more than creditor, so that our inflow will be proper, our the what you said working capital gap should be very balanced. So few points we need to discuss in this. Your business working capital management will be smoother. Your the burning issue which is money, always it will be a better solution you can get have it once if you follow this point which is I have discovered with my complete experience whatever I have. So my first point is stop end movement decisions, make outstanding statement and makes as per the due dates. First of all, the stop and movement decisions. Yeah, the last video itself I told, when you take the end time decisions, all things will be unpredictable, and just try to make the solution, which is difficult. The emergency always sitting if you're not planned. So first of all, end movement decision need to close and outstanding statement need to follow. In this, what happened? Outstanding statement, when you follow from your system, what accounting software you are using, so your books of account will be more accurate, because you are trusting your book itself, you are making the payments. In the time of making payment, you have to suggest the bills against which bills you are supposed to make the payment. So that verification also been happened, and the time of making payment, many things will come out. The reconciliation, if it is not happened, that time it will happen. So in a proper way you able to do the payments. You have to arrange your fund based on your outstanding, so always you know some prediction that this much outstanding you have. So once you start this, so automatically some control is coming of your payments. That is why if you initially start this, and if you have a small controlled, so that your fund will be with you to plan accordingly, to manage, to allocate the funds in proper heads. If you see in outstanding statement, you have to categorize raw material supplies, power supplies, variable supply, fixed asset supplies. So when you categorize, you automatically you can plan accordingly. The second point is stop daily payments, make weekly 2 days. It's a very important. If you make the payment in a daily level, it will a huge problem for you. A particular person you have to involve for the payments. Once you don't have a proper plan, daily basis if you do the payment, the problem is always you have a kind of target that you have to make the payment, you have to achieve your money. So huge pressure will be with you. Better you have to stop in a daily level. Just try to be in a weekly 2 days. If it is possible, not possible, then alternative days. At least 1 day gap you have to give to plan your fund, and the fund should be with you at least 1 day or 2 days, so that you can plan for a small saving issues, how it is to be from the working capital. You have to save some funds. Second is we have a proper time limit to understand whom to and how to make the payment. If you don't have time on a daily level, if you do payments, you cannot manage it. Every time your flow has been less only, whatever you want. And third point is projected all department costs including raw material. Yeah, that is very important, that whatever departments you have in your company, for example production department, from the factory, marketing department, a purchase department, if you have a admin department, all departments should give their projections in a particular month, how much amount need to spend or how much their expenses to coming, so that you can plan your inflow also based on your outflow. You know for entire month how much money is required. Basically is a projected cash flow you have to prepare, so that allocation of the fund you have automatically understood where to, how to, and how much need to be invested. So you can once you can plan also to stop some payments. If you don't have projection, you cannot manage. First of all, you don't know where to, how to. So that projected all department is too much important, where you are supposed to make the payment. Then another fourth point is stop checks issues. Basically, normal companies are doing too much checks issuing based on their satisfy their vendors. At least they can get the check. They keep quiet. It's a very bad decision. Once you given your checks, it's been you give your neck actually. You given, so that is should not be. Your checks always very control you have to issue. You can say 10% you have to issue the checks, not more than this, and make it practice that, so that outstanding itself you have to pay. Otherwise check will be bounced. Another issue, when the check comes you don't know, because if you check present date is something and people will present after some days, so every time you have getting surprise when someone check is came, and you have to arrange a fund for that. So stop check issuing to getting surprise ad hoc money requirements. 100% detail level cash flow, 100% you have to follow this. Detail level cash flow need to be required. Inflow versus outflow. Outflow 100% detail required, so that you can plan your entire money, and without planning you cannot manage. In this, at least saving some point also keep it in a cash flow, so that at least this much allocation fund you have to save for your company. So every month if you rotationally do that, some expenses can around se manage. For example, your salary is around 50-60 lakhs, or so that you try to make it in a monthly level, daily level, some amount to be saved in a FD or somewhere, so that end of the month it shouldn't be a burden for you. Any kind of, if you want the raw material also, you can do that also. So this is one kind of things where you have to plan accordingly. Cost analysis deeply. The cost analysis deeply, why it is? Because most of the unplanned payments always surprises the cost. You have to plan your cost. All the costs should be redefined. Approval in a next level you have to take it, and the 3-4 approval discussion, then only you bear the cost. Maximum try to reduce your cost, so that you know this authenticate payments only you have to do, which is actually required for your company. So your cost cutting also happened, and actually controlly you spend your money. Without spend of 1 rupees should not earn anything, like that means your 1 rupees payment should be get it 10 rupees. So like that thought process you have to implement, and get it your finalize your entire cost. The another point is projected working capital requirement. You have to understand, when you plan your production, you should know what is the raw materials. Basically you have to bill of material you have to prepare, so that you know how much fund is required for actually raw material purpose. So based on this you can plan for your creditors. You can tell them this much I want in this particular ones. They also tell their plans to you, so that mutually you can plan accordingly. Intimate in time cash inflow recover. It's a very much final points which is I am taking out. Your inflow should be coming in time. Otherwise what happened, always you depend your creditors to give you some days, which is very much wrong. We have to get it your money. For that you have to increase your proper service, develop your proper service, improve your proper delivery system, production system, quality can be improved, so that in your part if you accurate and okay, the other incoming part you can forcefully get it. If you compromise your service, your money always hang. You're supposed to beg, only your money will come. So better you have to concentrate more your services and productions, and better to better service to the client, so that your money won't stop. So in time money should come. For that we'll do another video, but I'm talking about this money should not stand with your customer. Which day need to come, we have to get it done, so that entire smooth facility will be happen. This much only today's solution what I told. Bit rapid I told, because if you just remind 1 or 2 3 points, you understand why the money is going and what is needs to be done to stop your money to extra payment to the creditors or expenses. You have to analyze this properly, plan properly. End of the time, this video is nothing but at least whatever step you take for your payments, you should be very much planned. Then only your entire money will be proper controlly with you, and you futurely something you can plan it. Thank you very much for your time.